What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, Hit the keys. Here today to do a quick demonstration over Micro Studio by Studio Trap Sounds. Make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. But with no further delay, let's get right into Micro Studio, baby! Hit the key. All right, guys, so I brought you guys to the website first. So you can see right now, Micro Studio is on sale for only $10.99. You cannot beat that. As we scroll down, just the description that they give is Studio Trap proudly presents Micro Studio, a highly versatile multi-genre VST instrument featuring 100 high-quality sounds including basses, bells, flutes, guitars, keys, pads, plugs, strings, and synths. With its focus on genres such as trap, drill, R&B, and hyperpop, and more, it'll be the solution for blah, blah, blah. Basically, I'm going to show y'all can use this for more than just trap. This ain't just a trap and drill plugin. It definitely is not. You can use it for like lo-fi. You can use it for like so much more. Really anything that's a hip hop-ish type genre, this will work for you guys for. So I do want to put this out there. My guy over at Studio Trap Sounds is my guy, right? So there's certain things that I've started doing on this channel a little bit different. And I figure he's kind of like a friend. Him and there's some other smaller developers that become friends, and I can't really do a review on their products anymore because it becomes more of an integrity issue. Not to say that I don't review everything. So they send my friends send me shit, and excuse my language, but they send me stuff and I don't review it all the time. So I don't want to make it seem like that either as well. So let's go ahead and hop into FL Studio, boom, bam, and check it out. So when you look here at Micro Studio, this is what the plugin looks like. It's got a pretty kind of basic GUI, you know what I'm saying? My guy typically has better GUIs than this, but this is kind of basic. I got a couple of jokes. I'm gonna crack them because I get to get my shit off. But like, why does the GUI look ashy? You should have made it just all black. It would have looked fire. But I'm just talking shit. I mean, the GUI does its purpose. So as you look here, it's got gain, pan, tune, attack, decay, sustain, release. Down here at the bottom, you got reverb, you got chorus, you got distortion. And then here you kind of got like, it's like an LFO tool. So it kind of gives it that warble effect, but it's an LFO tool, you know? And then you have delay right here, and then you have your voicings. So obviously you see you got poly, mono, and legato. You got a filter right here. So you got two different cutoff styles, low pass and high pass. You know, and then you got a bunch of stuff. You can also import stuff into the plugin, which makes it nice as well. So the point of this thing is actually, I'm just going to kind of deconstruct a couple of beats that I made and let you kind of get a little sound demo. Again, this is just more of a demonstration because I like the plugin. I wouldn't have it on the channel if I didn't like it. The GUI could be updated though, by the way. Just make the GUI white. You know what I'm saying? Just make the GUI straight white and it'll look so much better. But as we come here, the first beat I have, this is more of like a trap beat. All the melodic sounds that I use from this beat come from Micro Studio. The bass comes from Micro Studio. I just use my drums. Curtis King, I know you ain't gonna see this one, but if you do, I only use 7 sounds. Remember the stream. Challenge us to use less than 8 sounds. I only use 7. Let's go. All right, guys, so that's the first little beat that I have for you guys. I do have a second one for you. Again, we're just gonna kind of go through this a little bit and see what we can, you know, kind of deconstruct the beat. So the first sound that I use for this Micro Studio was actually these keys. So there's a bunch of different keys in there, but I use these keys called drugs. You can't make this shit up. So like basically these keys sound like this. Right, so that's the first sound that I used. The second sound that I used was these strings, and these strings go, they go. And all this stuff has no effects on it. So think how dope that would sound with some reverb on it. What I used next in the beat was some bells. So let's go ahead and run those bells one time. Run that, crank that, soldier boy. And basically, as you can see here, I used the delay on the bells so that it basically doubled it up. So instead of it being dun, 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 it gave it that dun, 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 and it kept everything in time for me, which was pretty cool. And then the last thing that I actually used from this beat was this bass. And this bass basically sounds like this. All right, so what I'm gonna do for you guys real quick is I'm going to go ahead and run some of these melodies on some different stuff. I'm not gonna go too deep into the melodies, but we'll just start at the beginning, the first key, this analog one, and I'm just gonna basically run the piano pattern that I had for this beat. Aurora, I live in Centennial. It's right by Aurora. All right, let's go ahead and keep the party rolling though. So as you can see there, it's got some pretty good keys, some really good for trap, really good for lo-fi and boom bap. But let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and go to the next pattern, and we'll play some bells so that you guys can hear what those sound like, and then we'll go ahead and hop into the second beat. But again, this is what the bell pattern had sounded like originally. I'm gonna go ahead and take the delay off for now, but this is what it sounded like originally. Aha, got him. This is what it sounded like originally. So I'm just gonna keep going through the bells so you can hear what it sounds like. I know it's a basic pattern, but with the delay, it did make it sound better. Actually, I'm gonna turn the delay back on because the pattern's pretty basic. There we go. The reverb on this isn't bad at all. If you do grab this and you decide to turn distortion on, always start down here with the distortion because it's always gonna be super distorted. But that's dope. You can just get a quick different change up and a quick different feel on whatever sound that you want. Just very unique, you know what I'm saying? All right, guys, so now what I want to do for you guys is I made a second beat. The second beat's kind of lo-fi-ish, kind of boom bap-ish. To me, lo-fi and boom bap is all the same thing. You can argue in the comments if you want to. I don't care, argue with your mama. But this beat right here, it's more of a lo-fi feel, so it's just to show you that you can do different things with this plugin. So let's go. That's the second beat I got for you guys today. Super chill. What's funny is I think the first beat is better. Curtis King, 8 sounds on this one, baby. 8 sounds, baby. But what I think is cool about this thing is that it's just you can see the complete contrast in beats that you can get. A super trap beat to a super jiggy, lo-fi-ish beat, you know? So we'll go through some of the sounds that I use in this real quick, and then, you know, maybe we'll end this thing. But the first sound that I used in this beat was these keys right here, and they sound like this. So I like that. I like that a lot. And then the second sound that I used in this beat was this synth, and it's called Wavy, like my man Wayne. Let's go. Hey. You know what I'm saying? Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. The third sound that I used was this Eden. So let's go ahead and see what this sounded like. Oh, this just basically followed the last note. So this was just a layer to the last sound. And then after that, I came down here and I used the pad so that I could fill out the beat a little bit more. So the pad ultimately sounded like this. Fire pad. Fire pad, fire pad. Very nice sound, because I just kind of rounded out the beat. And then I use this bass right here. And this bass just basically sounds like this. All right, guys, so that's what I got for you guys today. If you guys are interested in the plugin, the link is below in the description. And my personal opinion, for $11 or $10.99, this is definitely not a bad plugin. You heard 2 beats I made. Those were the first 2 attempts that I made. That's what I got. If you thought they were dope, you can do the same thing with the plugin. Just make your own patterns. Make sure if you guys do like this content, though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button. Hit subscribe and that notification bell, so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Some hit the key.